Hello, it is Mark, and welcome to Scotch Sunday. And today, since for March, we're going to be doing some Irish whiskey. And today we're going to do the Green Spot. This is the Chateau Leoville Barton finish, and this was, I heard, came out several years ago, but I just found it last month, so I don't know what if this is a re-release or I just got lucky. But anyway, I found it recently, and I know people have been having trouble finding it, but I don't know. So this is 46% ABV. It's matured in sherry and bourbon casks, but finished for 18 months in oaken Bordeaux wine casks. I think this won the single pot still whiskey award in 2016. So apparently it's been out since at least 2016. But okay, so I'm going to open this one up so we can get it going here. This is non-chill filter. They use no filtration, and they do not add color. So, all right, we don't need a heavy pour of this. I'll let that sit a minute. So, what can I tell you? Tell you a little bit about Green Spot. It is, again, it's an Irish whiskey. In 1805, William Mitchell established a bakery and confectionery business in Dublin. Around 1887, he expanded into wine and spirits. At the time, there was a lot of the purchasing of distillate from other big bulk distilleries and making and aging themselves in their own casks in bonded warehouses, and there was an ample supply of casks due to the importation of wines and port and sherry, and so it was just kind of a natural progression for them to enter into bonded whiskeys. They used to use a distillate from Jameson's, but they matured their whiskey in a mix of casks holding both light and dark sherries in their cellar. So usually the Green Spot is aged in Oloroso casks for the first 5 years, and then usually the lighter finos in the second 5 years. And traditionally, Green Spot was always a 10-year. As a matter of fact, it was called like the 10-year-old Green Spot, but now it's made of younger whiskeys usually from like 7 to 10 years. They also, the name Green Spot came from how he would mark the casks. He'd put a green spot on there. And it's Irish whiskey, so it is triple distilled. It's a mix of malted and undermalted barley, and usually Green Spot's pretty limited to about 12,000 bottles a year. But it seems like I see it quite a bit, so probably not too hard to get. Let's see, what else can I tell you? I think that's probably all I really can tell you about it. Let me go ahead and show it to you. Okay, here it is in the bottle. It's there. Don't know where to put it. And the glass. So, all right, let's give it a little turn before we see what else we can tell you about Green Spot. And triple distilled. Told you about the casks. Told you the ABV. Really nothing there. Okay. The origins rooted in history, 2 stories of Irish endeavor and enterprise intertwine and together are the inspiration for the special edition whiskey Green Spot Chateau Leoville Barton. Initially matured in traditional sherry and bourbon casks, Green Spot Chateau Leoville Barton was finished in Bordeaux wine cask, adding an exciting new dimension to the single pot still Irish whiskey, renowned for its excellent quality. So, okay, and it talks a little bit about the nose. French oak. Should get some some spice, floral, ripe berries, orchard fruits. On the palate, a balance of oak and spices, some vanilla sweetness in harmony with dry wine, and fresh orchard fruit. And the finish is rich oak and slow to fade before leaving the wine and spices. So, okay. All right, let's see what I find. I don't need these now. Definitely get the fruit right out of the gate. There is definitely a lot of pears, really what I get. Getting a little bit of, there is a floral tone to it for sure. Getting a little bit of honey, yeah. I'm not really getting much of the wood. It's really fruit. Apples, like green apples, Granny Smiths maybe. More like green apples. Pears. There is some other red fruit in there. A little bit of, I'll say strawberries. But, okay. So, Slancheva. Butterscotch was right as it hit my mouth. I got a lot of butterscotch. Definitely has a buttery, and then definitely getting the oak now. Some vanilla comes through. Sweet. Man, that is not bad at all. That butterscotch really just hit me first. But then there's definitely some oak, some vanilla. It's sweet. But, okay. Let's see if I get anything else the second time around here. Maybe a little bit more of the apples and the red berries. So, okay. Yeah, definitely oaky. Some maybe a little bit of some tart citrus in there. There is some kind of sweety, I won't say creamy, but maybe like marzipan or something in there that comes through. But really butterscotch, vanilla, oak. That's kind of what I'm getting there. The finish is, I'll say medium and oaky and sweet. So, okay, I'm not a huge fan of Irish whiskey. I'll be honest, this is probably the best Irish whiskey I've ever had, but I'm pretty limited. I've only had a handful of Irish whiskeys. Gosh, really nothing jumps out at me about it. So I'll just go with this. I'm going to go with a 7. All right. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.